Aloha. Coming at you with my buddy here. And I thought, given everything that has happened today, I would go live. I was planning on going live again, but I feel like the circumstances of why I'm going live have shifted a little bit. And I want to talk story a little. I have my emotional support gecko here. If you check out, you are using too much memory, which may cause the system to crash. Okay. I've been dealing with some weird shit for the last few years, and I'm kind of reaching a point where I'm not really even sure what to make of it anymore. But today was a nice reminder of a couple of the problems I've had in the past when I lived in Maui. And so somebody tried to break into my house twice when I lived on Maui. 2 different apartments. Like, I found the screen pried off, or someone attempted to pry the screen off of my window. And one of these occasions, like, I was in my room at the time, I saw the man's silhouette in my window, and I happened to have a friend with me at the time, so luckily nothing happened. Also, since this time, I've been having issues with my phone where it's pretty obvious I'm fucking hacked, and I've been hacked for some time. I'm maybe hacked by numerous people, but whatever. I've had the shit disappear off my phone at this point, and I have, the things I have experienced in the last few years are mind-blowing. Like, it's literally mind-blowing to me, and I feel like every time I start speaking of it or talking about it, shit starts happening to me. And it's like, I feel like someone's trying to send me a message and intimidate me and keep me silent. It happens, it would happen on my lives and stuff too. Like, these people would join the lives and they have like weird names of like, someone has been, fucking with me for a long time. And I have a feeling it's probably something like a group of people. What I think is happening here is kind of like culty vibes. And I think there's a combination of culty vibes, crime, and just fuckery in general. But I think there are definitely circles that intersect. You have a crime circle. That might intersect with a tattoo circle. That might intersect with a fucking music circle. That might intersect with a new age circle. That might intersect with a permaculture circle. So you have this insidious fucking bullshit that has wormed its way into every fucking aspect of life. And these people are connected and they know each other. Now, I have kept silent up until now because I don't know enough to say with certainty what's going on. So I don't want to say names. I don't want to say anything that I can't fucking verify. Because this shit is heavy and it's serious. And I don't want to spread fear. I don't want to spread misinformation. But at the same time, I don't think it's wise for me to be silent for my own personal safety. Here's another fucking spooky synchronicity. Like, if you want to check out the videos on my page, feel free. You can see I've documented a lot of shit. But, when I found my little buddy here, I was looking in the window because I was looking at the screen to see if they did it to the other windows. And then I also found this gecko skeleton. It's just spooky to me. It's like creepy vibes. And I don't like spreading fear stuff because I don't think it's empowering. By the way, I still have my little gecko friend here on my arm. This is my emotional support gecko. I keep getting memory notifications too. Like, that's the other thing. Like, I've gone through and deleted like everything on my devices, and I'm still getting memory issues. I've gone through and like done all this stuff, and it's like, obviously my phone is fucked. There's weird shit going on too, like with my algorithm stuff. Like everybody can say that, I get it, but it's getting to be like just kind of too much. And I'm just kind of reaching a point where I'm not sure what to do with this. And to be totally honest, like, I have in the past gone to the police about this stuff, and they kind of shooed me away, and a bunch of really shady shit happened in that on numerous occasions too. And then, so the first time I went to the police about this stuff, this shady shit happened. I'm like, there's something going on here. I fucking called the FBI. I'm like, okay, I want to make a report. This shit is fucking weird. Shortly after that, I was in a really suspicious car accident, totaled my car, and almost fucking died. And then I found my way back in Wisconsin, and a bunch of fuck shit happened there. There are things that had happened the last few times I visited Wisconsin as well that have me fearing for my life. So, and then here. And it's never escalated to the point, where I've, except for the car thing, but except for the car thing and this other thing and that thing, I'm still alive. I think this is more of a psychological thing than anything. I think these people are it's a psychological game to them. I have a feeling that there's a group of people who actually intentionally will choose people, and they will fuck with them. They will fuck up their lives. There's probably powerful people too, and it's a fucking game to them because they're sociopaths and they have lost connection with the part of themselves that is everything. Because if you come from a place that is actually connected to that, you don't feel the need to torture people, to hurt people. And that's what this is. It is what it has been for years. And I think what it is a psychological manipulation tactic. For a number of things, they want to destroy your sanity. They want to destroy your credibility. You stress a person out and you put them under continuous stress for years at a time. Yeah, obviously there's going to be effects of that. And then it's really easy to take that person, point fingers at them and say, oh, that person's really weird. There must be something wrong with them. And then the first knee-jerk reaction people are going to have is they're a drug addict or they're an alcoholic or something like that. And I had to learn this lesson watching my aunt, actually, because she went through some really similar shit before she passed away. And unfortunately for her, she had an alcohol problem and she had a prescription medication problem. So that destroyed any credibility she had. She showed me things that looked really fucking suspicious. Yeah, that's really weird. I'm not really sure how I feel about that. I couldn't see you just making that up, And she passed away, apparently from cancer, but the circumstances of that were really weird too. Everything's, it's a lot. And so I was watching this happen to her. And that was, I realized that I'm I cannot afford to partake in that kind of shit because I have to keep my wits about me, and I can't let people, I can't give them that kind of power. And that's the other thing too. This is a manipulation, psychological tactic. I don't feel like giving them any power. And part of me is even I'm acknowledging this to be hey, something's going on. But I honestly, at the end of the day, the people who are doing this, I have nothing but pity for you. Nothing but absolute fucking pity. And the reason for that is it's a pitiful thing to be so detached from compassion and empathy that you would hurt someone in that way. That's a pitiful thing. So that's one aspect of this. And I've been racking my brain trying to figure out the motivations of why someone would do this shit. So that's one aspect. They're a sociopath of some kind. They've got head issues. And they're broken. So that's one aspect. Another aspect could be maybe there's something going on that I don't understand. Some weird tinfoil hat shit. And maybe people are doing things and they have some reason for it. And if I knew the reason for it, maybe I could find, like the ends justify the means and that. But I'm having, the more time that passes, the less and less I feel like that really applies. And I feel like, yeah. And at that rate, anyway, thinking in that along those lines, if it is something like that, I would have pity for them in that case as well, because then they're stuck in some situation where their hands are tied and they don't feel like they have a choice. If there's like some organized crime factor in here, who knows if there aren't people who are being like, you do what I say or I'll fucking kill you. It could be. You're not supposed to say that. I apologize, like on the TikToks. But who knows what could be happening, what is motivating people to do what they're doing. And I don't want to make assumptions and shit. But at the same time, I don't know how much more of this. I'm going to keep going. I'm putting this up here to say too, like, another aspect is I feel like they're trying to push me to take myself out so that I'm not a problem for them anymore. It's a lot easier if I just suicide out and then I'm not their issue. So like I think some of it might be a psychological manipulative thing to just get me to take care of myself in that regard. And same thing, pity. I pity the fool. It's like, whatever the case may be, there's some fuck shit afoot. What to do about it, I don't know. I'm going to do the best I can at this point. That's all I can do. But one thing I can do right now is to share what I'm experiencing. I might not be able to share as many details as I would like, because I have to be careful about this. But I do want to say with full fucking certainty, for anybody who knows me, there's some weird shit happening right now. And if some shit happens to me, know that it was not what I wanted. Like, I want to be able to live my life. I don't want it to end. But at the same time, living it this way, I guess if nothing else, it gives me lots of practice and maintaining my vibe. And there's a part of me that does feel like all of this is an illusion, and no matter what happens at the end of the day, it feels solid, but it's not, it's like, and maybe I'm just saying that to myself to make myself feel better, because this is incredibly traumatic shit I'm dealing with. And so I use different things to help myself, because I'm not going to get into substances except for pot. I will partake in that. Tobacco, caffeine, pot. That's my things. But beyond that, I like ASMR because it helps calm your nervous system. It incites a response in your nervous system, and if your nervous system is all lit up from stress all the time, the cortisol that releases in your body and everything, it has an impact on you. I have noticed a lot more white hairs than I used to have. I've noticed a few more wrinkles, and some of that just comes with aging. I'm 38 now, and but I think a lot of it's stress too. It's been taking a toll on my body. I don't sleep anymore. I can't tell you the last time I feel like I had a full night's sleep. I get like cat naps, kind of, and that's it. And it's because I can't relax enough to fall asleep and feel like I'm safe. And that's a really horrible feeling. And that's been ongoing. That happened before when I was living in Maui. This last time, I was living out of my car, and things were happening to my car. Someone ripped the windshield wiper off my car. I found screws in my tires. The car I had before that, same thing happened too. I found screws in my tires, like near the wheel well, so you can't see it right away, and you can't patch it. It's a huge pain in the ass. A lot of these things that are happening, it seems like petty shit just meant to psych me out. And I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep doing my best. I'm not gonna give up. But you know, if something happens to me, just know that I'm trying to live life in a good way. And I don't want to make assumptions about anyone and stuff I've experienced because I don't have all the puzzle pieces. I don't have the full picture of what's happening. I know something's happening, but I don't know enough to really say with, authority. At least not on a conscious level, but like my soul feels something, if that makes sense. I think a lot of you could resonate with that. So, the other thing I wanted to say too, so I'm in a bit of a financial difficulty right now. My phone is off. So if you guys see this and you're friends of mine and you know me personally, just try and check in every so often on like Facebook or Instagram or here, because I don't have any way to text out or call out. And given that, with everything else going on, there's a lot to deal with. And then I'll work on getting that figured out. But just if in the meantime, if you care about me, just maybe check in once in a while. Make sure I'm not dead. I'd appreciate it. And then with that, I'm going to go cry now with my emotional support gecko. If y'all could maybe help me figure out a name for him. I'm going now. Have a good day.